the job, not the way they wanted to start it, but from what he said, this season's all about growth. It's all about them and competing this season. They know going in against North Carolina, they don't have a lot of film. This is the Tar Heels' first game. They don't really know what to expect. He expects it's going to be a lot of learning on the fly and trying to get his young guys to get to the level that he wants them at the remainder of this season and to the future. And then on the other side, North Carolina, the preseason number 19 team in the country. This team lost a lot. Chris Gray, he heads off, had an amazing career. Coach Bresci said he's a generational talent, and if you watched him last year, he really was. And he said the problem with that was when they watched the offense, they would look to Chris Gray to make all the plays, and they said they found themselves watching a little more than playing 6-on-6 offense. So now we'll see how those adjustments come for the Tar Heels as we are underway. Andrew Tyre on the face against Ashton Wood. Wood came up with the clamp, but it's the Tar Heels' first possession of 2023 on a run. That's Connor Marr with the one-handed shot and goes out backed up by Logan McGovern, the 5'8 grad attackman. Is now UNC can now get their offensive middies on the field and start to run their first real set of the 2023 season, and that's why Connor Marr, preseason All-American as he is, because he can make it happen on both ends. Coach Bresci says he knows everything he's doing, and he knows everyone else's positions as well, as we got our first save of the game on the first Tar Heels shot. Colin Kelly, the keeper, in goal for Mercer. Played in that first game against Bucknell as well. Colin Krieg in between the pipes for North Carolina as now Mercer gets their first offensive possession of the evening. Another big storyline tonight, Sean Goldsmith, number 8 in white. We haven't seen him yet, but I'm sure we will. All-time leading scorer for the Mercer Bears. Came as a graduate transfer for this 2023 season. Dodging from the right side. Mercer takes it around and regroups. Jack Sullivan trying to do it on himself. A great defensive play coming from Paul Barton, who will send the over and regroup on the clear. Mercer's going to have to do the small things right in this one. They're going to have to ride. They're going to have to be on top of the hands as much as possible. As we saw, Bucknell's a very good team. North Carolina trying to bounce back from that 1-5 year in the ACC, one of the toughest conferences in college lacrosse. And now the Tar Heels with another chance. 2 shots for them. Going inside, right on top of the crease. Another save for the Bears in a fast break. They decide to slow things down. Tyler Dooley took Geppert for a run before passing it off. And now we have a flag coming down. Looks like it's going to be against Matt Wright. 20 in white. And it's going to be, it looks like it will be a 30-second. So we got a man-up opportunity for Mercer. Jack Sullivan, 11. Seen him with the ball a lot today, very early on. We're going to run this man-up opportunity through him at the top. Fredericks on the left side for him, cuts inside. Try to make the skip to the extra man. Is now Sullivan. Goes to the other side. They rotate. Ball is down on the ground. That was Geppert right on it, but Mercer corrals, and it's all even as time runs out on the man-up opportunity for the Bears. This North Carolina team is a very motivated one. Talking to Coach Bresci earlier this week, asked him how the offseason has gone, and really he talked about what they've done on a competition-wise as we get a nice trail check there from Barton. Connor Marr picks it up. And what Coach Bresci does during the offseason, as we see a fast break starting to form, going down to McGovern, works it through Tillman at the bottom. He's the leading returning scorer for the Tar Heels this season. But Coach Bresci split the team into multiple different teams. He had leaders on the team draft them, and then they compete in a bunch of different things, not just lacrosse, pickleball, basketball, anything you can think of. The end of the competition is a cook-off with a secret ingredient. This year, cream cheese, so they had to make appetizers and win that. The teams were based on military names. Echo was the winner, but he thinks it promotes that sense of competition. They're always competing to be better, and he wants to see that on the field as welcome to 2023 North Carolina. They put one in the back of the net to make it 1-0. And that's Zero in White who gets the goal. Lance Tillman, just mentioned, leading scorer, returning to the Tar Heels this season. Chris Gray obviously headed out. Tillman has some big shoes to fill, starting it off right with a 1-0 lead. Back at the face-off X as Ashton Wood and Andrew Tyre go back at it for a second time. Ball picked up, JT Rossell, and drops it, but Geppert is able to box out to allow Krieg to get to it. Tyre and Rossell almost connect for a long stick, at least shot down the middle, but Rossell goes down. Now Mercer goes the other way. Connor Purcell, the pole, taking it down the field. Parker Junod, the leading scorer for the Mercer Bears this season, 1 goal and 2 assists against Bucknell. Good stick there from the Tar Heels defense, knocking it down. Mercer able to control it. Here's Junod on Rossell. Junod decides to go for the pass to X, but it's going to be last touched by Mercer. They're calling that a pass, as it looked like from your angle on the screen. And because of that, no backup or anything. Last touch by Mercer. Tar Heel ball. They'll get a chance to clear. And a bad pass over the midfield results in a turnover. Not too crisp from the Tar Heels so far. Some positives and negatives very early in this one. 8:30 left in the first quarter. But definitely something Coach Bresci and the Tar Heels need to tighten up throughout this season. As I mentioned, they went 8-6 overall last year, 1-5 in ACC play. Tied at the bottom with Syracuse, who is also trying to have a bounce-back year with the recruiting class they brought in. There's the shot from Mercer. North Carolina with the effort play. Shot came from Kyle Cox, the 6-foot senior for the Mercer Bears. And Leaf Hagerup passed it out. Great move there with the stick. Evan Egan has that ball on a string with that long pole. But a turnover. The Bears coming back, has some trouble with the GB, but picks it up. Taylor Dooley with the ball. And now a streaking Matt O'Connor. Had some speed, pulls it out to go through the back for Cox. O'Connor dodging from X. Plays a two-man game with Cox, who hangs up the Tar Heels. Now draws a double. Connor Marr out of position, but Junod has the pole. Junod. The jumping shot saved by Krieg. It's loose in front and picked up by Ty English and goes the other way. Barton passes it off. Here's Marr. Makes the extra pass. McGovern, bounce shot. He scores. 2-0 North Carolina over Mercer. 6:30 left in the first quarter. And McGovern takes advantage of the extra pass from Connor Marr. Is patient. A nice bounce shot right between the 5-hole of Kelly. Puts it in the back of the net, and UNC has a cushion as Andrew Tyre and Ashton Wood back at the face-off X. Matt Wright, the pole at the bottom of your screen, lining up against Adian back Ben Lever. Loose ball. Mercer comes up with it, but an immediate turnover. Take it over midfield and slow things down. Mercer right now only with one shot on goal. Here's the shot from Tillman. Tillman and McGovern, both the goal scorers tonight. So it looks like it's McGovern behind the net. Excuse me, that's Tillman. Working back and forth with Dewey Egan, brother of Evan Egan, as a snapshot over the top, using some hockey turns with the quick wrists of Sean Goldsmith right in the center. That's his first shot in a Tar Heel uniform, the transfer from Mercer. And then there's a shot in the middle. That's Tillman, point blank saved by Kelly. Mercer needing a goal. They don't want to go down by any more than 2 to this Tar Heel team. They know they can put them away, and especially from their experience playing against Bucknell last weekend, they know how a game can get away from them. But Coach Dennehy did say he thought they played their best lacrosse in that third quarter, and he wants them to hopefully play that way from the start to finish of this game. Here's a shot. Bouncing, looks like tipped in front. Krieg gets the stick on it, offside hip. Now Egan restarts the offense. Sean Goldsmith in at attack now for Joe Bresci and the Tar Heels. Coming around is Tillman. Pulls out inside right in front of the crease. Goes off the side of the net and out. Mercer is going to get a chance at a clear. Quentin O'Connell with the shot. A nice setup from Tillman. Now knocked on the ground again Matt O'Connor takes the ball. And after a little back and forth series, they'll take a breather. 3:15 left in the first quarter, 2-0 Tar Heels lead. If you're just joining us, I'm Nick Kloss here at Dorrance Field in Chapel Hill, North Carolina for the season opener of North Carolina Lacrosse. Dips inside. Is now ball on the ground. Connor Marr in pursuit. The diving check. Keeps Sullivan off it for just a moment, but Mercer recovers. Nine seconds on that shot clock. Blocked in front. Barton in pursuit, going up against Sullivan. Whistle blown, but they give it to the Tar Heels for a quick start. Krieb at the top of the box. Parker Junot almost picks that off, but stays with the Tar Heels. Henry Schertzinger, number 2 in white, now in for the Tar Heels. He's at the top of the box as McGovern works around. Jordan Schwartz dodging from the top, goes inside the shot. Tyler Schwartz goes over the net, but backed up, staying with North Carolina. Schwartz brothers on that connection, 2 sophomores. Schwartz goes back inside, this time looking for Goldsmith. Picked up and taken out by Ryan Harkin, but he steps out of bounds. Tar Heels with a tough ride to keep the ball on this side of the field. Antonio DeMarco gets a step, finishes offside on that far pipe. 3-0. Tar Heels ready for the 2023 season the way they've started so far. Been able to open up the scoring, and that's what Coach Bresci talked about last week before this game while they were getting ready for this game. Last year, it was a little bit of a one-man show. It was a little bit of a one-man show with Chris Gray. He was an amazing talent. They loved to watch him work. When they needed one, they went to him. Now it's about the team. 3 goals, 3 different goal scorers for North Carolina. Right now, Lance Tillman, Logan McGovern, and Antonio DeMarco on the board for North Carolina. And just like that, they win possession off the faceoff. And it's going to stay with the Tar Heels. Mercer can't do much right now, trying to keep it together on defense, but when you keep your team in that end for a long period of time, it's hard for any defense, good or bad, to keep that ball out of the net. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Griffin Gallagher holding it at the top, and he'll dodge. Has the shorty. Slide comes, dishes it off. Ball down in the corner. A great little flick through the leg. Now in front, shot just over top. And they're saying it's staying with the Tar Heels. They just got the backup, but a great effort play from 91 in black. Quinn Kelly diving for that. Other side, what a save by Kelly. Kicks the leg out, gets the save, the shot. As time expires in the first quarter, it's wide, but it's 3-0. The Tar over Mercer here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, getting ready for another face at the top of the second quarter. Right now, 3 different goal scorers for the Tar Heels: Lance Tillman, Logan McGovern, and Antonio DeMarco. Logan McGovern gets that second one, assisted by Connor Marr. Marr's first point of the season. Matt Wright doing a great job off the wing to get the possession for North Carolina, picked up by Andrew Tyre. He's been over 51% his past 2 seasons. As the Tar Heels Fogo. And Tillman gives it off to Egan. Back to Tillman. Going up top. Now slowing things down are the Tar Heels, trying to get a dodge from top right. He's got the long pull. Schertzinger. Goes the other side. Here's Schwartz. Shorty matchup. He's a big guy trying to put the shoulder down. Decides to pull out and go back through to Tillman in front. Tic-tac-toe. Schwartz on the board. And that's Logan McGovern on the assist. His second point of the night. Schwartz gets his first goal of the 2023 season. And just like that, a 4-goal hole for Mercer to crawl out of. And Ashton Wood and Andrew Tyre will head back to the face-off X to do it all over again. Andrew has the upper hand so far, winning 3 of the 5 taken. Here's number 6. Tyre was 51.9% 2 seasons ago, 51.3 last year. Ball's loose. Rosell picking it up. Now Schwartz right in front. Excuse me, that's Goldsmith. Sean Goldsmith scoring on his old team. He had plenty of goals as a Mercer Bear, the most anyone has had for that program. Well, now he's got his first as a North Carolina Tar Heel. Last season, 35 goals, 16 assists at Mercer. Talking to Coach Danahy earlier this week, he doesn't know Sean because he just accepted the job this year, but this whole team knows him. All the seniors, juniors, they all know him, and they said they had this one circled. Those guys, because of how close they were to him, Coach Bresci knew Sean would have it circled, and there's Andrew Tyre, the Fogo, trying to take a rip from top right, goes wide, backed up by Egan. Now McGovern takes the shot. Misses wide left. Mercer spending a lot of time in their own zone right now. Can't seem to maintain possession. Edwin Shy gives it to Egan. Egan slips for a moment. Turning back in, drives towards the crease and dishes it out. PJ Zinzer. Back over, right in front, Egan. Another pass and finish from Logan McGovern to Dewey Egan to put the Tar Heels up 6-0 on 10 shots on goal. And right now the Tar Heels are clicking, as that's really the second straight goal that we've seen McGovern to Egan, just a bang-bang goal. Last season, 5 goals, 1 assist, as we get a face-off win for the Tar Heels. George Kalos, the freshman, getting in for Andrew Tyre, who had taken all 6 up to that point. Schertzinger on the dodge, takes the shot, a lefty rip to the right side. And let's keep it going, 7-0. North Carolina just keeps finding the back of the net. As that's Schertzinger's first of the game. And that is now the 7th different goal scorer. As a correction on an earlier goal, it was Logan McGovern to Johnny Schwartz to put it in the back of the net as we have a timeout from Mercer. But Lance Tillman on the first, Logan McGovern, then Antonio DeMarco, then Johnny Schwartz, then Sean Goldsmith, Dewey Egan, and Henry Schertzinger. Logan McGovern right now leading the way. He's got 2 assists and a goal, 3 points total. But talking to Coach Bresci, 6 different players on offense. He wanted them to play as a unit, play as 6 players. Right now he's got 7 goals from 7 different offensive players. So right now I'd say it's going according to plan. 7-0. North Carolina leads. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back once play resumes. Gallows on the face-off again. Ashton Wood winning it for the Bears. Drops it off as he has a limp. Looks like the left knee might have bugged him on that play, but Kalos gets it back. And now it's McGovern again, and he rips the shot. Another bouncer and another goal. Logan McGovern, the 5'8" grad student from Connecticut, transfer from Bryant. Another one of those grad transfers that Coach Bresci brought in this year, as well as Goldsmith and a few others. Makes it 8-0 at Bryant. 35 assists, 19 goals. 2 goals and 2 assists tonight, already 4 points in his young Tar Heel career. It looks like Andrew Tyre will be back on. Easily wins the clamp, wins it back. And now Krieg will take it back, and Connor Marr will take care of the clearing duties, going straight up the middle. Parker Junod on the ride, going right on midline, but Marr knows what to do, and that's right now give the ball to Logan McGovern. PJ Zinzer, 44 on 44. Kellen Arthur, the short stick D-Midi on him, taking the hip. And now Griffin Gallagher. Now it's Griffin Gallagher receiving the pass from Trevor Dubner as Dubner rips the righty shot from the right side. 9-0, one away from double figures. 10:54 in the second quarter. And as early as it is in this game, 21 shots for North Carolina. They've spent most of their time on the offensive end of the field, and you're seeing it pay off. Lacrosse is all about possession. That's why this moment right here is so important. Face off one to Andrew Tyre, takes it all the way down himself, and the finish. Tyre's been winning all the face-offs to keep that ball in the offensive end and put his team in a great position. He says, I want to get in on that action, puts one away to make it 10-0. Last season, 59 of 115 at the face-off X, just over 51%. An outstanding individual effort by him is now Kalos will come in, the freshman from Huntersville, North Carolina, only about 2 hours and 10 minutes away from Chapel Hill. He went to Huff High School. Mercer comes up with the win. And a much-needed offensive possession for Mercer is now Matt O'Connor. Slows things down. North Carolina going to get a lot of play from their younger guys in this one. One, they just need people to fill the shoes of the guys who left last year, losing a lot of talent, but also score 10-0 in the second quarter. They want their young guys to get in because they got some tough games down the road, and they need to get prepped and ready for those. The shot goes wide. Kyle Cox backed it up, and he'll bring it back into play, guarded by Barton. Now Sullivan. O'Connor with the shot stuffed up as Krieg pops it up and tries to go for the quick clear, picked up. Tyler Schwartz. His brother's already got a goal in this one. The shot from Egan's wide. And a great job by Colin Kelly to back it up, and a flag was thrown. We'll clear up where it is now. Looks like it's going to be going against Mercer. Would be the first man-up possession of the season for North Carolina. Mercer's already had one. 0 for 1. North Carolina with a good opening man down to start this season. Now Tar Heels man up for the next 30 seconds. Another time, McGovern makes the extra pass to Schertzinger. Schertzinger gets quickly double-teamed and pulls out. Egan goes low. There's Goldsmith now working on the left side with Gallagher. Back down, McGovern, the hat trick. A quick stick from the low angle puts it past Colin Kelly. 11 for North Carolina, and number 3 for Logan McGovern. McGovern, the transfer from Bryant, already making a huge impact on his new team. 5 points in this one as Tyre wins it to himself. A nice pass over to Connor Marr. And also the first extra man goal for Logan McGovern and this Tar Heel team in 2023. Tyre still on the field, was looking for the shot. He goes off. Tar Heels substituting from the midline. Now Tillman, second in goals in 2022, behind Chris Gray. Now here's McGovern. Makes the extra pass. He also has 2 assists. Backhand from Tillman in front of the net. Kelly gets the save, and Mercer with the clear attempt. They're taking their time, have to speed up a little bit. 65 seconds on the shot clock. Krieg was out on a full ride, so Mercer tried to take advantage. Connor Purcell tried to go for the open net, but missed. Mercer had the backup, so they take possession all the way to the other side. So a smart play coming from Purcell to see that downfield. And now we got Barton actually got called for a 30-second penalty, so he's in the box. Second penalty of the game for North Carolina. Mercer, second man up. They couldn't convert on the first. Penabianco smothered by Rosell. Now they move again. Sullivan to Junod. The other side, a rip off the post. Pops high and up. Carl Klepper with the crank. Is now all even, back to 6-on-6. Tar Heels defense really hasn't been tested too much in this one, and right as I say, open shot, Krieg steps up to the plate and makes a point-blank stop. And right as I say, they haven't been tested. Michael Frederick gets a wide-open rip from about 15, probably closer, on Krieg, and Krieg makes the save. And on the other end, Logan McGovern. His 4th of the game, 6th point he's taken over. 6 points, 12 goals for the Tar Heels. And right now, Colin Kelly just needs some help. He's got 6 saves, and a few of them have actually been very impressive, but when they're shooting at the rate that North Carolina is, 25 shots to 10 shots for Mercer right now, that's the difference. And they're going to call a violation against George Kalos. Mercer's going to take the ball, so both Fogos head out. Garrett LeClaire, 13 with the ball. Takes it on a run around the cage and then heads to the box. Jack McGuire guarded by defensive midfielder Ty English on the shorty matchup. A swim move. Pushed over. Now the dodge from X, 32, Kyle Cox. He's had some good chances. Hasn't got one in yet. Matt Wright picking up the GB. Sends it to Krieg. And Tar Heels get a clear. As there's Ty English going coast to coast. And it's knocked down. There's Parcell for Mercer again. And now North Carolina picking it back up. Tillman. $30 points last season. He's got one so far tonight. Under the lights here at Dorrance Field. What a way to open the season for North Carolina. 12-0, 4:45. And right there, point blank, Lance Tillman goes top cheddar, puts it away to make it 13-0 for the 19th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels over Mercer. Last year, Tillman had 21 goals. As I just said, 9 assists for 30 total points. And he was in 4th. And I think when you look at the stats from North Carolina last year, is Ashton Wood and Andrew Tyre will go back to the face-off X. Right now, Tyre leading in wins. He's taken 10, won 8, 80% for him. Ashton Wood, 4 for the 10 he's taken. And Mercer gets the faceoff win. This time, Ryan Katchen has Rosell on him, sheds him off. But if you look at the stats from North Carolina last year, Chris Gray was in first in points with 80, 48 goals, 32 assists. Next in points was Nikki Solomon with 20 goals and 17 assists for 37 points as Krieg makes a save and hits a nice outlet. North Carolina on the 4-on-3 for a split second, but good job by Mercer to get back. That was O'Connell. Goldsmith finds Connor Marr in front, a quick stick finish to make it 14-0, 3:44 left in the second quarter and in this half. And it's really just been all North Carolina. In that first quarter, you thought maybe North Carolina definitely had an edge. They went up 3-0. Well, the second quarter, you could say it was a little better, 11-0, as a nice win from Ashton Wood. Wood takes it down, and he gets it to go. Ashton Wood scored the first goal of Mercer's season, doing exactly that against Bucknell. And he does it again against the number 19 team in the country. Wood is definitely having a tough day at the face-off X, having to go up against a player with the talent of Andrew Tyre, but right there gets the win, takes it all the way, and he could finish. That's his second goal of the year. So he almost wins the clamp forward once again. Now North Carolina. The shot wide, that's Ty English. A lot of these defensive middies trying to get in on the offensive action, which everyone wants to score goals, so you have to understand that. Now Tillman works to Goldsmith. Goldsmith playing the right side. Did not start this game. The starting attackmen were Lance Tillman, Logan McGovern, and Dewey Egan. But Goldsmith can easily go in on that right side at any point. A nice pass and a finish. James Matten, welcome to Chapel Hill and welcome to Division I lacrosse. That's his first goal of his career. The highly rated freshman coming to North Carolina out of Kensington, Maryland, and Gonzaga, one of the premier programs in high school lacrosse in the country, playing in the WCAC, playing against teams like DeMatha, PVI, very close as well to Landon and Bullis. A lot of good lacrosse up in that part of the country. Now Krieg going all the way. And now here's Matt Wright. Fakes the pass. The bouncer. Kind of an off-speed shot. Goes wide, but backed up by the Tar Heels. Also on that last goal, a nice assist from Ty English to make that pass just slicing through the Mercer defense. Is now here's Schertzinger with the shot and a nice save from Kelly. Schertzinger tried to put it in the left low corner, but Kelly with a nice first step at the ball gets the save. It's Kelly's 6th save of the game. Krieg right now with 5. Obviously only 1 goal against as the flag is down with just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. O'Connell dodges in a quick switch for the Tar Heels. North Carolina's defense doing a great job of keeping them to the outside. Krieg really hasn't had to see too many shots inside, definitely inside the box, but about 15 feet in. They've all been outside. He's been able to track pretty much all of them. They had that one point blank shot that came from Michael Frederick, which was an outstanding save by Krieg. But now he's got to defend against a man up for Mercer for the next minute. Paul Barton got 1 minute for slashing. That led to the Mercer man-up opportunity. Now dropped a nice check coming from Tyler Schwartz, and shot put over. And it's going to be North Carolina ball with almost a minute to play. These two programs meet for the first time since 2021 when it was a 16-8 Carolina victory, and it looks like another flag. And this time, looks like they're grabbing a player from the Mercer Bears, another slashing. And right now it reads that 18 seconds left in the penalty for North Carolina, number 24, Barton. And Parker Junod, number 24, for Mercer, also in the box. He's in the box for a minute for slashing. Same numbers, same penalty, same amount of time. 5 seconds left for Barton. Now 33.1 seconds. North Carolina is going to take a timeout, probably to set up this man advantage, as now Barton's out of the penalty box. And now they have a chance to go up once again. 15-1, your score. North Carolina leading Mercer. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Chapel Hill, North Carolina. The Tar Heels with a big lead over Mercer, 15-1, 36 seconds left in the man-up advantage. As it's tossed over, Schertzinger can't corral the pass. No problem. McGovern will take it. Gallagher goes back and forth. Back to Gallagher up top. Goldsmith down to Egan. And another quick pass, quick goal. North Carolina staying as patient as possible on the man-up advantage, making each extra pass to get the finish. And Egan gets his second goal of the day. Now, Kalos, Nashton Wood back at the X. Wood, the grad student, up against the freshman, wins it easily to himself, but North Carolina relentless as time expires. And that is our first half of play. These two teams will head to the locker room to take another look. North Carolina can't be happier with the way they are starting their 2023 season. Mercer trying to figure out what's going wrong and welcome back under the lights at Dorrance Field, the home opener for the North Carolina Tar Heels taking on the Mercer Bears. Third quarter just about to start. North Carolina handedly in command of this one, 16-1. Logan McGovern with 6 points, 4 goals. Lance Tillman, 2 goals, and Dewey Egan with 2 as well. Dewey Egan, his brother, also on the team. Evan Egan. Dewey is a sophomore, 4 years apart from his brother Evan, who's a grad student and a team captain this season. Dewey was the number 14 overall recruit in the class of 2021, deciding to follow his brother to North Carolina and play under Coach Bresci, as Ashton Wood and Andrew Tyre back at the face-off X for battle number 14. Between those two, one by the Tar Heels. Connor Marr inside, tries to make the skip pass, looking for Matt Wright. Mercer will take over. No changes between the pipes for either team. Krieg still in for North Carolina. Kelly still in for Mercer. Bears did get on the board in that first half. Goal coming from Ashton Wood. Fogo in black tonight. He took it himself after winning it. Pinch and pop, took it all the way and scored. Did that against Bucknell as well. As we get a look at the two goalie stats, Colin Kelly was 5-6 last season, 13.68 goals against average. Coach Danahy said he had a lot of confidence in Kelly as the starter. He bails them out of situations many times, and he has tonight as well. North Carolina has really held on to the ball a lot this game. They have 24 ground balls to Mercer's 17, 112 faceoffs to Mercer's 8. That one's actually a little tighter than expected. Shots on goal are the big difference, 23-6, as there's another rip and a goal. Number 15, Antonio DeMarco, gets his second of the day. And it feels like forever ago that he got that first one. Well, because he scored the third goal of the game, and he just scored his second, and that's number 17 for the Tar Heels tonight. And now Wood and Tyre will go back. Tyre has won 11 faceoffs so far. Kalos has won 1 of the total 12. Pass tipped off. Rossell with a check on Judon. Ball goes out. It's going to be with North Carolina. Now Krieg clearing over the top. They'll slow things down. 17-1, 66 seconds on the shot clock for North Carolina. We're going to start seeing some different personnel in for Coach Bresci. Try and get the young guys some burn as speed down the right side. The rip and the goal. Caden Whaling, the freshman, gets his first career NCAA Division I goal. Puts him and James Matten in the same company. Both of them scoring their first goals in a Tar Heel uniform tonight. Matten, a very high ranked recruit, number 10 in the class of 22 by Inside Lacrosse. Caden Whaling was someone Coach Bresci in our meeting earlier this week talked about someone who's really impressed him, is now a fast break opportunity. Ty English fans it wide. Whaling has been a freshman that's really impressed Coach Bresci. Wasn't one of the highest rated recruits. They have a few of those in Dom Petramala and Matten, both in the top 10, 3 and 10 respectively. But someone who really impressed in the offseason and in fall ball gets rewarded there with his first career goal for North Carolina. Now Mercer trying to answer 18-1. O'Connell goes inside, draws a quick double, and now a quick switch for Cooney. And Mercer lost a lot of scoring when they lost Sean Goldsmith last year as a shot from the top of the box. Easily saved. By Krieg, and a flag on that play, a late hit, as Mercer will go back to the extra man. 0 for 3 so far in this game. They had one opportunity in the first quarter, 2 in the second. This will be the first of the third quarter and the second half as a whole. And excuse me, it was Cox on that last play, 32 in black. And Connor Penabianco was hit for the unnecessary roughness as Schwartz went to the box, so it's a 2-minute man up for Mercer. Sullivan tried to sling it inside for Tyler Dooley. They'll work it around. Cross pass, the shot, Dooley doesn't get it, but the rebound, and they score, and that looks like it's going to be Judon. Make it 18-2. As Mercer finally able to get on the board. That's Judon's second goal of the season. 4 points of the 2023 campaign so far for him. Judon, the senior leader for Mercer, and it's non-releasable, that penalty. That's why that graphic popped back up. Still man up for North Carolina. Excuse me, still man up for Mercer. North Carolina still in that hole, and Wood with a big face-off win for the Bears. Klepper, the big man in the middle, 6'6" senior out of Boca Raton. Played high school lacrosse at Lawrenceville. He dishes it off to Sullivan. Sullivan gives it back, and now a rip from the other side, Mercer. Welcome to the game. Make it 18-3. Connor Penabianco with a nice shot from outside. Gets past Krieg. Really the first goal from Krieg that you could make a debate that he should have had it. Outside time and room shot, but it was on the man-up advantage, and that continues. So Mercer can try and stack these up as much as possible and maybe find themselves back in this game. Still a lot of time, 10:40 in the third quarter. A lot of lacrosse to play. Tyre draws it out. He played high school lacrosse at St. Stephen St. Agnes from Northern Virginia area. Played for Madlax National during his time. Cabell Maddox sending a lot of players to this level. Alex Trippy, another product coming to North Carolina out of that area and that travel club program. Ten seconds left on the man up. North Carolina's gonna try to wait it out to get back to 6-on-6 play. As like I said, starting to see some different faces come in. McGovern's still in for North Carolina. Going behind the net, that's Egan. Now the dodge from Tillman. McGovern. Low angle shot off the side of the net. Kelly regroups and starts the clear. Pass just out of reach. Ball down in Mercer's offensive zone, picked up by Geppert. Transfer student from Brown. Big pickup for Coach Bresci out of the transfer portal. And actually had a really good conversation with Coach Bresci about grad transfers, something he really hasn't done a lot in his time as a head coach, as Mercer picks up the rogue pass coming from Gallagher and heads the other way. And Mercer with a chance, shot saved by Krieg. That came from Judon. And some more flags will fly, and it's most likely going to go against North Carolina again. We'll wait until we can clearly see what that penalty is, but North Carolina will go to the box. And Mercer getting blessed with a lot of man-up advantages, and they have converted on that last one. It's 1 minute. Scored 2 goals on the last 2-minute penalty. And Sullivan and Klepper go back and forth. I'd imagine Mercer trying to get Klepper a shot from the top of the box. 6'6", can put a lot behind it. It's now Sullivan with a nice pass, finds Judon on the doorstep. Judon just can't keep it in his stick. And Krieg, active in the crease, picks it up. Mercer takes over possession as Leaf Hagerup was number 30 in white, tried to make the extra pass. Right now, he's being taken behind. Mercer trying to get a favorable matchup from X with the shorty. They'll pull him back up to crease. Jackson Hershey on the left side. And here's Judon. Dodging inside, had a little bit of an opening towards the cage. Doesn't go. Hershey now taking to X. Loves to dodge from that spot on the field. Right now he's got Connor Marr, and preseason All-American short stick defensive midi on him. He makes a quick pass out of that. Here's Judon, the lefty shot. Saved by Krieg and tipped away. Now Krieg, aggressive. Leaves the cage wide open, able to get back in time. 6:43 left in the third quarter. Andrew Geppert with the illegal body check to put them at a man down right now as Judon turns and fires. Goes out. The backup by Taylor Dooley made a little dive there. I think he kind of beat the North Carolina player already, but I remember when I played, if you just dove, it looked a lot cooler. So I think Dooley was making the right choice there. Is now Mercer. They have 3, trying to get to 4. Cut the North Carolina lead to just 14. Is now the turn and shot from Hershey. Ball down in front of the crease. And that's corralled by Maxwell Cooney, the defenseman. Also from Kensington, Maryland, and a school I forgot to mention when talking about Andrew Tyre, Georgetown Prep, another fantastic lacrosse program and school in that area, producing a lot of Division I talent. Now McGovern hasn't added to his stat line in quite some time, setting up his teammates for a lot of this one, even if it doesn't get him on the board. Tillman to the other side. Hertzinger back to McGovern, back up to Hertzinger. Schwartz. Back down. McGovern, cross pass. Egan, stonewalled by Colin Kelly. Ball's down. Lance Tillman. No one in the cage. Tillman falls. Puts it in front. Shot from Schertzinger. And finally, the finish for North Carolina. 4:41 on the clock in the third. 19-3. The Tar Heels had chance after chance on that possession. Thought Mercer was going to take it the other way, but they get the finish from Henry Schertzinger, another pair of brothers. Him and his brother Harrison, number 5 on North Carolina. A lot of family ties on this North Carolina team, with the Egan brothers, the Schertzinger brothers, as Ashton Wood wins it. Quick shot from Kyle Cox. Krieg did a good job to try and run it down, but it stays with the Bears and Parker Judon. And talking to Coach Danahy as Matt Wright gets a nice takeaway. He said their offense was their most inexperienced defense. He thinks they do have the experience they need to compete. As a pull down the center. And another goal for North Carolina. Colin Loghead, the defensive senior. Puts it away. It's 20-3, North Carolina. Only one team scored more than 21 goals in the opening weekend of college lacrosse, at least Division I, and that was Penn State. Right now, North Carolina has 20 in their home opener. As Penn State did, they got to 21. We'll have to see or they got to 22. We'll have to see if they get to the 21 plus club which only one team has done so far. Mercer lost 20-6 to Bucknell in their first game of the season. That was up in Pennsylvania. Think of top of the line college lacrosse. Obviously, Johns Hopkins is in there as well over in the Big Ten. Trying to bring that program back to where it once was in the days of Paul Rabel and Kyle Harrison, and even long before that, Dave Petramala, Quint Kesnick. So many legends have played at Homewood, just like here at North Carolina. Running all the way now, Sullivan on the left side has a shorty. Goes over to Junod. Junod has been getting dragged all game because he's got the best matchup on the other side. That's Evan Egan with the ball right now. Ball on a string. Nice save from Kelly. Excuse me, not Kelly. Kelly got switched out. That's actually Jake Meyer who came in. He was warming up just after Kelly before this game. Coach Danahy deciding it's time to make a change as a rip at the net from the other side. Krieg gets right in front of the net and sends it the other way. Sean Goldsmith drops the pass, and the Bears let it trickle out for their possession at the other end. 2:30 left in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, I'm Nick Kloss. Thanks for joining. Watching North Carolina take on Mercer 20-3 so far. And right now, if you're wondering how we got here, here's a rundown of the shots. First quarter, 13-6. North Carolina leading. Second quarter, 20 shots for the Tar Heels to Mercer's 9. And third quarter, Mercer outshooting the Tar Heels 10-7. But for total, 40-25 is the shot total. North Carolina has spent a lot of time right where they are right now on offense. Going back. Ryan Levy's in the middle. Here's a crank from the side. Nice save from Meyer. Goes and gets his own rebound off his leg. But the clear is not there for the Bears. They have to go right back on defense. And that's what makes this so hard for Mercer, is not doing great at the faceoff X, where they have picked up. Ashton Wood has actually played pretty well in this game. He's won 11. He's at 50%. Andrew Tyre has won 13 of 18. But he has a goal. He's won a lot. He's trying to give his team as many possessions as possible, as Meyer with the stuff right in front of that ball perfectly. He's a grad student from Summerfield, North Carolina. Kelly, a senior. So two veteran goalies for Mercer, whether they choose to go with Kelly or Meyer. So now here's Cox taking it through X. Under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mercer going to try and get one final shot. Jack McGuire dodges down the left alley. Inside. Shot from Judon off a post. Excuse me, that's Hershey who took it. And they'll sling it to the other side to end the third quarter. Get ready for the fourth. 20-3, North Carolina leads. You're watching ACC Lacrosse on ACC Network Extra. We'll be right back. Ready to start the fourth quarter here in Chapel Hill. 20-3, 15 minutes on the clock. Kalos at the X against Woods. Played very well. A very good Fogo at the Division I level as he jogs off from Nice High School in Jacksonville, Florida. He might be, who knows, maybe the best athlete to come out of there. Probably right in front of Tim Tebow. Yeah, that's right. Tim Tebow went to that high school. So known for a different thing. Not always lacrosse, but Ashton Wood, one of the top players to come out of Nice, playing his college ball at Mercer, a grad student, and playing against his old friend Sean Goldsmith, the Mercer transfer, who's already got his first career goal as a UNC Tar Heel in this one today, as North Carolina takes back possession. And wide open in front. North Carolina gets number 21. Can they get to the 21 plus and join Penn State as Leif Hagerup puts it in the back of the net? The freshman gets his first career goal. Usually a defensive midi, but getting in on offense and getting his first goal at the Division I level as Wood wins it to himself. Mercer takes the extra possession. 66 second on that shot clock. A lot of time to slow things down. Obviously, they're going to want to go quick, but really a learning game for Mercer right now, and Coach Danahy even knew that. He said they were going to have to make adjustments as this game had gone on, and they have done that. Their shots have gone up in this second half. Against Bucknell, he said their best quarter was the third, and in this one, the best quarter by far has been their third. 4 saves in the third quarter for Mercer, coming from Meyer. Shots on goal, they had 7 to North Carolina's 8, so right in the mix. And then overall shots, they had 11 to North Carolina having 9. So that third quarter, much better for Mercer. Probably see them emerge as more of a second half team. There's your shot total, 43-26. And they've made proper adjustments in this one. Also, Mercer's offense has a lot of younger guys, also former D-mids that had to switch to offense, came in, got switched to D-mid. Now they're back to doing what they did in high school, trying to score goals because they were so thin on that side of the ball. On defense, he felt pretty good. That defense is starting to improve as this game goes on as well. And now trying to capitalize on that offensive side, but I'm sure you'll see Mercer, if you watch more of their games throughout this season, they'll improve because a lot of these players are not very experienced at the offensive end at the college level, at least, which is a big jump from back when they were playing high school and club lacrosse. Judon puts it behind the net, trying to work a fadeaway shot. Taylor Dooley takes it, goes wide. Another shot from the Bears goes wide. Only 1 second on the shot clock. Mercer will throw it away. They do have to play out the 1 second, so they just throw it to the other side. Shot clock violation. Krieg got subbed out. We have a new goalie in. Picks it up behind the net and makes the switch is Kent Good. That's Good with an E from Minikin Sabat, Virginia. Freshman played at St. Christopher's School before coming to North Carolina this year in his first season and getting some play as Schertzinger misses the pass, bounces off his face, and now Schwartz has it at the top. There's another set of brothers, the Schwartz brothers for North Carolina. Pass back out. Antonio DeMarco, he's got 2 goals on the day. Schwartz has 1. Goldsmith has 1 as well. Such a quick release from Sean Goldsmith. By the time it was in the stick and you saw it was there, it was already gone. Just quick hands, nice pass from DeMarco. Looking for Goldsmith on the back side and just gets tipped off. Mercer takes over and heads on the clear. Connor Marr, who's the preseason All-American and captain for the Tar Heels, as James Matten, the freshman, gets his second of the game and his second of his career. He got the first, and now the second, and North Carolina fans, get ready to hear his name called a lot. James Matten is a very, very impressive young attackman. That's why he was the number 10 recruit in the country, deemed a 5-star recruit by Inside Lacrosse. He's going to be valuable to this North Carolina team for the next couple years. And with that goal, North Carolina now joins that 21-plus club. Only other team to put 21-plus on anyone in that last week was Penn State. This is North Carolina's home opener a week later. So in their first game, putting up 21-plus, only Penn State, the other team to do that. So 22-3 with around 10 minutes to play. Hershey with some fancy footwork on the dodge. And Mercer just trying to open anything up. North Carolina's defense has been dialed in all night. Krieg was dialed in the entire time he was in this game. Frederick tried to get free. Now ball down. Picked up by Zach Young. Now North Carolina the other way. And now we're really starting to see Coach Bresci start to switch his starters out. Ryan Levy, the shot and the goal. 23-3, and North Carolina officially has put 20 up on the Mercer Bears. Nice snip from Ryan Levy, number 14 and white, an attack midi hybrid from right here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, but played at the Taft School before coming here, one of the prep schools a lot of players go to before they take their talents to college. Lacrosse, Avon Old Farms, Taft, Deerfield, just one of many of those Northeast prep schools that do so well at developing talent. Now O'Connor. Sullivan to O'Connor at X. Mercer just trying to get anything going. His pass bounces out. He loses it for just a moment. That's Corey Reed. Picks it back up. Splits two. Reed goes stick side. Bounces out. And we got a flag. Came out right as Corey Reed collided with, I believe, number 88, Alex Bresci. And it looks like it is. Don't know who's going to pick up the penalty just yet. It looks like it's going to go against North Carolina. And it might be 1 minute non-releasable. Another man-up opportunity for Mercer. Nice pass in front. Judon was right there, but pulled out of the spot. Great backup from Good coming out of the cage. And a nice dime to Bresci. Right at the midfield line. An easy clear as Mercer has the numbers. I was going to say you'll look to see them double team, but pass just too low. Bad turnover for North Carolina. Ryan Levy couldn't get in front of it. $20 seconds for Mercer to work within the man-up advantage. Now the shot wide right. Penabianco with the shot wide right again. Good quick rip from Mercer. Starting to see some better chances as this game goes on. Klepper. Now the other side, Sullivan. Shots wide. North Carolina gets the backup from that diving play from Jack Loftus. Coach Bresci has to be happy with the performance overall, but Jack Loftus, they're up 23-3, and he just dove to get a ball heading towards the end line and win the backup to win possession for North Carolina. And that's something you have to do. But it's something you expect to happen anytime there's a close game. You're going to see your players make effort plays to get the ball back for your team. Well, right now they're up 23-3, and he made a diving effort play to get that ball back. It does not matter what the score is. Coach Bresci is trying to teach his team to compete no matter what. And that's what they've done so far tonight. That 19 next to their name, preseason rank. A nice save from Meyer. It's Christian Laureano. Looks like he had a chance at an easy goal. Oh, excuse me. Ryan Levy thought he had a chance at an easy goal. Myers come in and played phenomenal. There's definitely an argument to be made that through his performance so far, he's going to make that goalie competition in Macon, Georgia a lot tighter. Colin Kelly didn't play terribly bad by any means, but the way Meyer has responded, the senior in cage, it's definitely something Coach Danahy will probably want to look at when preparing for their next game. And now, while we look ahead to where Mercer goes after this and where North Carolina will, we'll start with the Mercer Bears. They head back to Macon, Georgia, Five Star Stadium, to have their home opener this season, as now Ryan Levy gets in on the scoring action. Puts it away to make it 24-3. Nothing but North Carolina. Back-to-back goals for Ryan Levy, 2 on the day. That one assisted by Trevor Dubner. And a lot of variety of goal scorers for North Carolina. When it was 7-0 in the first quarter, or excuse me, the second quarter, they had 7 different goal scorers. Coach Bresci talked about how he wanted the offense to get more spread out, more people involved. That's what's happened so far tonight. Judon gives it back to Hershey, who pulls it out with some time. To let you know how we got to this point, can't go through all the players who scored a goal just because North Carolina put in 24 and 27 goals scored in total tonight. A nice trail check on Judon, causing that ball to go wide. But in that first quarter, North Carolina took a 3-0 lead. And then in the second is where the Tar Heels came to play. 13-1 in the second quarter, making it 16-1 at half. And then in the second half overall, 8-2 Tar Heels favor, resulting in 24-3, where we are at right now. Logan McGovern leads the way in points. As a flag's down, North Carolina keeps possession. He's got 6. Tillman, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. Dewey Egan, 2 goals. So 8 goals for the Tar Heels starting attack tonight. Definitely something they want to see more of. And when you look at their schedule, how on Tuesday they have Johns Hopkins in Baltimore, Maryland. That's what's coming up. That's what they're prepping for. And Coach Bresci did mention that, how they're trying to use this game to prepare for what they know will be a very tough opponent in Johns Hopkins and the Jays. That's at 5 p.m. on February 14th as the shot is saved by Meyer. Ryan Levy going for the hat trick. Might still have a chance as North Carolina is going to go to the man-up advantage. See who's in the box in just a moment. Mercer looks like they're going to run a box and one, put number 44 in the middle to guard crease. And it's going to be a 30-second penalty. Number 55 for Mercer, Connor Penabianco, gets called. And the last man-up advantage North Carolina had, they moved the ball so crisp. Some different personnel on the field right now, but still very nice. And a great pass to the back door. And the finish, Ryan O'Leary. 25 for North Carolina, the number 19 team in the country. Waiting for that number to start going down, and North Carolina is too. Mercer lost last week to a very, very good team in Bucknell. Bucknell is a team that in the Patriot League has aspirations to make a tournament. And they beat them 20-6. North Carolina has handled the Bears tonight. And now they look forward to that next matchup, which is going to be a huge game on ESPNU. Johns Hopkins in Baltimore, Maryland, as I was saying, on February 14th, Tuesday at 5 p.m. That's what they're gearing up for. And that one's going to be a big one. If they can get a win there, definitely hopping up in the rankings. And after that, they got Ohio State. So 2 back-to-back Big Ten opponents, then Syracuse. And then when they're back here on ACC Network Extra against Denver on March 4th after Syracuse, that'll be a big matchup as well. Denver also a top 25 team this season. Back to the face-off X with 2:10 left in the fourth quarter. Ball down. Picked up. Michael Frederick. Quinn Kelly picked it up. Frederick there for help. North Carolina taking their time on the switch, but we'll go more into Mercer's schedule, and they have Holy Cross after North Carolina. Like I said, they're back home. Haven't had their home opener yet. They'll open up at Five Star Stadium on February 18th on Saturday at 12:30 against Holy Cross. Then they have Army, and then their first conference game of the year against Air Force on March 4th as ASUN Lacrosse opens up. And the ASUN, a very competitive conference this season. They got Queens University of Charlotte joining, Lindenwood joining as well. Queens had a rough opener in general against Navy. Navy, a very good team this year in the Patriot League. Queens obviously starting a Division I program this year. It's going to take them a while to get up to that speed. Same thing with Lindenwood, but the University of Utah has been getting better every single year as a program, competing against some of the top teams. Robert Morris has had very good years. Cleveland State has gotten better over the last couple of years. And then Jacksonville, who last year had a fantastic season and have picked up a couple pivotal transfers this year to get better. So ASUN Lacrosse is on its way up, and Mercer hopes to be as well, as the save from Good on the other end. No, clear was not there. Mercer will take it back in 15 seconds remaining in this one. It was all North Carolina start to finish. Mercer tried to hang in there. They had some sparks at points, but the Tar Heels had this one the whole entire way. Clock stopped at 1.3, and that's all. The celebration starts for fans and this North Carolina team, as after a home opener in Dorrance Field under the lights on a Friday night results in a 25-3 win for the Tar Heels against the Mercer Bears. Quick recap before we head out. 38 shots for Mercer, 50 for North Carolina, 38 of them on goal, only 14 on goal for Mercer. 13 saves, 11 saves for North Carolina between Good and Krieg. Krieg played fantastic.